Oh my god, you're dead. Good evening and welcome to this channel. Bang. I've not done a lot of commentary for about 10 years, so we're gonna really see how this goes. Oh, I'm flying. Hello. I want to get the second channel moving. It's been sat around for ages. Oh no. And a lot of things have been on my mind recently. I thought it's a good time to get it out and also get some activity going up on here. So recently I've been changing up my main channel quite a lot. I've gone from a variety of videos to essentially just Moshi Monsters, and while it's not entirely intentional, it's been a lot of fun, but very, very interesting. I love it. I feel like I'm back in 2012, he's sitting in the corner! And this changing my content. Now, I've been doing stuff like Moshi Monsters, Bin Weevils, Club Penguin for about 4 years, you know, just with a mix of other things. But this going basically solely Moshi Monsters has been something I don't know the last time I've just uploaded one game. Like, I don't know if I've ever done that. And that's not the end goal. It's just right now, Moshi Monster are doing a Kickstarter to try and bring back the game. I just want to bring up as much attention to that as I possibly can, as someone with 2,500 subscribers. But it really has got me thinking a lot about the channel, and I've always been very grateful for any views I get. And I had little imaginary metrics in my head of what deemed a successful video and what didn't beforehand. And to me, anything that got between 50 and 100, I consider, okay, that's good, alright, that's done well for me. And anything that's done over 100 has been fantastic. Kira, good guy. But anything under 50 views, I'd be like, okay, I'm probably not going to do a second part to that video. But over the last year on the channel, I've done videos such as talking about Squid Game, Pico Park, and just sitting down and talking, and all of those have had around 100 views, and at the time of those, I was really happy with all those results. Wow. To get 100 views, I was super happy. And the reason I thought about doing this today is because last night I uploaded an episode of Moshi News, which is a news show I've started temporarily during the Moshi Monster Kickstarter campaign. Just to bring a continuous level of hype around it, also keeping people informed that aren't as no-life as me. And it's been a really fun thing to make. However, I uploaded that 20 hours ago, as I'm saying this right now, and it's had 250 views. And I looked at that, and I was like, oh, is that it? Bear in mind, if something got 100 views within a week, 4 months ago, I was so happy. 250 in less than a day, and I'm almost disheartened. How does that happen? And I know, like, people say about it, that everything gets distorted after a while. Once your number starts going up, numbers sort of lose their meaning a little bit. But I didn't expect it to happen that fast. Like, 250 views in a day. Don't get me wrong, for me that's great, but that's nothing big in the scheme of things. It's nothing crazy. And yeah, it's already totally distorted my perception of things. If something got 10 likes on a video, I consider it a success. Now they're getting an average of like up to 50 for the same metric. And I think it's just kind of interesting on how this perception does affect the psyche. More on a psychological level. I hate how you have to melee them twice now in these games. Oh, man. This has got me a little bit concerned. Because after this Kickstarter's over and I stop doing Moshi Use and all this regular Moshi Monsters content, my views aren't going to go down. How is that going to make me feel? Is that going to make me really unmotivated, even if they're higher than they were before? How is that going to make me feel? And it also makes me think about the future of doing YouTube. Because if this is how I feel after just that level of change, imagine how it can be when if you're at the top and you're getting millions and then suddenly you don't. Like Markiplier doing Five Nights at Freddy's, and he's getting millions of views as opposed to hundreds of thousands on his daily uploads. And it's like, how do you get used to that? How do you feel about that? And why have we as a society become so numb to these numbers? Like Mr. Beast gets viewed billions of times a day. Billions. Right? That is an unfathomable number. But it's just accepted. Whereas 10 years ago, PewDiePie was the biggest YouTuber with 20 million subscribers. And that was unfathomable. The numbers have gone up 50-fold. And yet we're just like, okay, yeah, that's cool. Oh, you only get 500 views a video, fell off. It's insane, and it's not a critique of anybody or their psyche. I just get so interested in how everything has changed so different. I remember when I had my first job and I was talking to people about live streaming. There was a live stream where I got botted up to like 100 viewers for a few minutes. And it was just a funny story. So I was just telling this guy, he was about my age, he was like 18, 19, he played Fortnite, he knew about Twitch, and I mentioned that I streamed, and he was like, oh, how many views did you get last night? And I was like, oh, for a bit, like 80 to 100, as a bit of a joke. And he goes, oh, that's alright. That's alright. Imagine 100 people sat in a room watching you play Fortnite, you know, just talking. That's a ridiculous number of people. That's 3 classrooms of people. And then you go into the YouTube world, and the amount of people that would watch, you know, an average episode of Jacksepticeye's Happy Wheels is probably more than most people would watch an episode of a big TV show like Breaking Bad or Game of Thrones. But yet we've become so desensitized to these big numbers that suddenly 100 people watching you play a video game is only okay. You know, 200 people in a day watching me talk about Moshi Monsters jokes, and I'm like, oh, that's not very good. Bro, imagine 200 people sitting down to watch me do that. That's bonkers. Oh no, it's not me. Oh, it's me. Oh man. Oh, it's me again. His best play was killing me twice. And that's ultimately kind of why I wanted to start a second channel, because I want to talk about stuff, but at the same time, I don't want stuff that isn't going to necessarily perform on that main channel now, because I'm starting to get more of an identity with it. Ow! Kevin Hart. So I can almost use this to hone different skills that I wouldn't normally do. I want to make things that I want to make, and I don't want to not make it because I don't think it'll do well. That's not the point. That's not why I make videos. But that's actually all I wanted to really talk about today. Is how it changes perception. Like, something you can think is a 1 of 10 can literally become a 7 of 10 within a month, because that is what's happened on my YouTube scaling. And I really just overall don't like the 1 of 10 system. I never really have, because of course you should aim to do better, you know, get a 1 of 10 every time, but it's never going to happen. Which means you're guaranteeing people are not going to be happy with some of their results. Getting confetti only on a 1, you could get confetti on the top 3 if you want to do it that way. It makes it feel so corporate and business-like. Because now suddenly, when I am literally getting double what I would get a month ago, now, is still apparently not quote-unquote good enough according to what YouTube's telling me. And that is really demotivating when you're putting in more work and you are getting results. But it's not quite the same results that they would expect, because they're a business and they don't understand. And I really, really, it's like, I have done for a while, but this now is my personal experience. I disliked it from a consumer, now I dislike it from a creator's perspective on how YouTube has lost a lot of their personality. Because people benefit so much from just doing this bland re-uploading over commercialized crap, and I hate it. It's what's given me burnout before, is when you have to decide, oh, this thumbnail should have a third of this, and this shot, this facial expression, and these colors. I hate it. I just think a thumbnail should look good and say what the video is. And ultimately, that's the thing about not growing. But I don't care. I'm not willing to, oh, it's me again. You know, sell the soul. Sell your soul. For what? Hey? It's why I love the resurgence of channels that are doing, it's me again! Doing old-style, nostalgic videos with basic thumbnails that don't really bend. It's why I like Markiplier and Jacksepticeye and Vanoss so much, because they have stayed true. They've not tried to sell out and adapt. And, of course, it's easy for them to do that from a privileged situation. And it's like, I love the new Minecraft videos where they're like an hour and a half long and they do this big story, but it's like, now I feel like I can't make Minecraft videos because I don't have the time, effort, or talent to make something on that level. So I don't. So I make Moshi Monsters instead, which I love. And I want to continue loving it. But it's hard to continue loving it if it feels like it's the only thing you're allowed to do. Anyway, that's all for today. I think 3 games is enough. Hopefully in a couple of months I'm able to do this in one take without all the cuts, but you've got to see how bad I am at Call of Duty, so I hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for the next one. There's no schedule on these, it's just when I feel like talking. It gives me something chill to edit on the train as well. Take it easy, guys, and don't forget to subscribe to Papoli Extra. Woo!